हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू द चैनल। आज हम कवर करेंगे प्रेसिडेंसी यूनिवर्सिटी का कंडक्ट किया हुआ एमए इंग्लिश एंट्रेंस क्वेश्चन पेपर 2024। अभी रिसेंटली संडे को ही कंडक्ट किया गया। आइए देखते हैं क्या है इस पेपर का एनालिसिस और आपके कितने क्वेश्चंस ठीक हुए ये भी आप जान सकते हैं। लेट अस प्रोसीड टू द वीडियो नाउ। क्वेश्चन 1 देखते हैं। विच ऑफ दीज प्लेस इज नॉट अप्रोप्रिएट फॉर एन एसे ऑन रिवेंज ड्रामा? द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी। आप लोग मुझे साथ साथ बताते जाइए कि आपके कितने करेक्ट हुए। Okay, you should keep telling me in comments कि how many answers are correct. Friar Bacon and Friar Bungie, written by Robert Greene. This is a comedy. Question 2, the right answer is option D. Penelope Devereux. For the inspiration of the sonnet is not known and certain, but it is believed that the sequence is very much autobiographical and inspired by the relationship of Sidney with Penelope Devereux. Option D. Question 3, let us see question 3 match correctly. We have to match some dates with the event. 1603 is known for the date of year of death of Queen Elizabeth. 1660 is for the restoration. 1599 is for the opening of the Globe Theatre, and 1616 is the folio publication of Ben Jonson's work. So this option B is the right one here. Question 4, who among the following does not appear among the pilgrims who journey towards Canterbury in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales? There were many pilgrims: host, knight, squire, knights yeoman, the prioress, the second nun, monk, priest, friar, pardoner, reeve. But option D was not there. So option D here will be the right answer. আমি বাংলা জানি না, but I am in love with Bengal culture. So I want that all of you should crack this exam, and good luck from my side. Let us proceed to question number 6. The question: in his Poetics, which tragic play does Aristotle mention as having the best constructed plot? The correct answer should be King Oedipus, but I'll wait for the answer key. Best tragedies according to Aristotle. Best tragedies are founded on the story of a few houses on the fortunes: Alcmenon, Oedipus, Orestes, Meleager, Thyestes, Telephus. One of these is King Oedipus. Question number 6. What is the correct order in which the following works of John Milton were written? John Milton, we know that Paradise Lost was written at least much after Areopagitica. Areopagitica is 1644. I'm talking about two most popular texts actually. Areopagitica 1644 and Paradise Lost 1667. According to this also you can make a good assumption that wherever Paradise Lost is before Areopagitica, that should be cancelled. So this option A will be cancelled. Option B also has Paradise Lost before Areopagitica, and option D also has Paradise Lost before Areopagitica. So in case you do not know all of the works, at least some assumption, some guesswork can be done. Let me tell you the years of all these. L'Allegro is 1631, Areopagitica I told you 1644, Paradise Lost I told you 1667, and Samson Agonistus 1671. Next question, match the dramatists in list A with the plays in list B. Thomas Middleton, Christopher Marlowe, Ben Jonson, and Thomas Dekker. Let us start from list B. Dido, Queen of Carthage is a short play written by the English playwright Christopher Marlowe. So we will match it with Christopher Marlowe. Shoemaker's Holiday by Thomas Dekker. Women Beware Women book by Thomas Middleton. And Bartholomew Fair is a Jacobean comedy in 5 acts by Ben Jonson. So option A here will be the best answer, the right answer. Question 8. Which of the following Greek dramatists is believed to have introduced the third act? Sophocles is the right answer here. Sophocles influenced the development of drama most importantly by adding a third actor attributed to Sophocles by Aristotle and to Aeschylus by Themistocles. यहाँ पर the right answer will be Sophocles. Reducing the importance of chorus actually. In some cases, importance of chorus is reduced and a third actor is present on the stage for portraying the events, whatever is happening, for the narration of those events to the audience. In case of Oedipus, Jocasta is considered to be the third character or third actor basically. So for Cleese, option C is the right answer. Question 9. Which of the following poems of Coleridge appeared in the 1798 edition of Lyrical Ballad? From Coleridge, there was the contribution of only 4 poetries and 19 poetries were written by Wordsworth. The 4 poetries of Coleridge were Rhyme of Ancient Mariner, Foster Mother's Tale, Nightingale, a conversational poem, and The Dungeon. So from here we will go for option D. क्वेश्चन 10 का तो बहुत पॉपुलर आंसर है 1800 वर्जन वॉज द प्रीफेस वर्जन ऑफ लिरिकल बैलेड. अब बात करते हैं क्वेश्चन 11 की. Question 11. Which of the following work Rabindranath Tagore was not translated by him into English? The correct answer should be option D, but I'll wait for the answer key. The King of the Dark Chamber was first published in Bengali in 1910, translated by K.C. Sen and revised by Tagore and published in English in 1914. So this was by K.C. Sen. Question 12. In Gulliver Travels Book 1, when the chambers of Lilliputian Queen catch fire, how does Gulliver put out the flames? The correct answer is option C. Question 13. The portrait of Atticus in Pope's Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot is a satirical sketch of whom? Joseph Edison यहाँ पर right answer रहेगा. Pope attacked Joseph Edison as Atticus in Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot. Next question. Attempt to justify the following assertion by choosing the correct reason. Shakespeare's company shifted from Shoreditch to Bankside and erected their Globe Playhouse there in 1599. Despite the success of the company, things were not going that well for them. By 1596, James Burbage was having problems with the landlord of the theatre over his rights to the lease. By the following year, the company could not put out plays on their premises any longer. So lease is the reason. Option B. The lease on the land in Shoreditch where the earlier theatre stood had expired. क्वेश्चन 15. नॉर्मन कॉन्क्वेस्ट के कुछ बोरोड वर्ड्स को हमें मैच करना है. ऑप्शन है हमारा यहाँ पर राइट आंसर रहेगा. बेल्ड्रिक विद मैच विद वॉरफेयर, वेस्टमिंट विद मैच विद रिलीजियन, पेजेंट विद मैच विद फ्यूडल सोशल स्ट्रक्चर एंड बीफ विल मैच विद क्यूजीन. तो ऑप्शन ए राइट आंसर. Next question. Which of the following statements is not correct about John Wycliffe? Wycliffe advocated the translation of the Bible into English. Yes, that happened. उनके followers को Lollard बोला जाता था. That also happened. With the rejection of doctrine of transubstantiation, Wycliffe anticipated Luther and Reformation. And option D. Wycliffe had an relationship with a contemporary Pope Gregory XI. तो ए, बी और डी यहाँ पर ठीक हैं. आई थिंक सी शुड बी द राइट आंसर. क्वेश्चन 17. मैकबेथ, हेमलेट और बहुत से और प्लेस को मैच करना है हमें लेटर इंस्पिरेशंस के साथ. सभी प्लेस शेक्सपियर के हैं. मैकबेथ विल मैच विद उबुरॉय एंड हेमलेट विल मैच विद रोजेनक्रांट्ज एंड गिल्डनस्टन आर डेड. एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दीज टू ओनली वी कैन रीच टू द राइट आंसर विच इज ऑप्शन ए. Which of the following does not qualify as an example of 19th century Indian English writing? Bankim Chandra, so this is considered to be the first Indian English novel. Michael Madhusudan Dutt. Rizia was also written in English, and this option D is considered to be the first Indian English writing book. Option A here should be the right answer because it is 1874 text written initially in Sanskrit. Question 19. Attempt to justify the following assertion and reason. Both the name Charles and Charlotte are borrowed from French, where Charlotte is derived from Charles with the feminine diminutive suffix "ot" in pronunciation. Charles has been domesticated into anglicized mode of pronunciation, so ch Charlotte, however, retains much of its origin French flavor, so sure. Option B seems to be the best answer here. Charles was early borrowing and was quickly domesticated. Charlotte was a later borrowing when it was fashionable to retain the French pronunciation. Option B should be the right answer here. Here there are some writers with their work: Jean-Paul Sartre, Arthur Schopenhauer, Friedrich Nietzsche, Immanuel Kant. Spake Zarathustra is a work of philosophical fiction written by German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. So this one will match with 3. So 1 we have to match with 3. Let us see 3, 1 which option is matching with. Now this option is the right, seems to be the right one. Option D here. After that, The Age of Reason by actually was by Thomas Paine, but Age of Reason is a novel written by Jean-Paul Sartre also. So let us see if that is matching one. Age of Reason 1 with 2. So 1 should match with 2 here. So this option seems to be the right one. We will go for this one. Next question, question number 21. Who promulgated the concept of a creature feminine? A creature feminine or women's writing is a term coined by French feminist and literary theorist Hélène Cixous. Option C here is the right answer. Question 22. Which of the following statements would not be applicable for Donne's poem The Sun Rising? Option A यहाँ पर right रहेगा because he does not praise the sun initially. तो sun को डांट लगाई जाती है. The sun is scolded by saying, busy old fool, unruly sun, why dost thou thus through windows and through curtains call on us, must to thy motion lover season run. Option A here is the right answer. Question 23, we have to match some characters. Option 1, Sissy Jupe is for sure from Hard Times. On the basis of this, let us check. Option A is the right answer. 1 matching with 3, 2 with 4, 3 with 2 and 4 with 1. So option A here will be the right one. Question 24. Match the Indian English writers and with list A of their works. A.K. Ramanujan, Girish Karnad, Paul Sen Gupta and Arundhati Roy. Boiled Beans on a Toast, यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं, is a play book by Girish Karnad. So 2 is matching with 1. Thus spoke Shurpanakha, so said Shakuni, Polly Sen Gupta. And My Seditious Heart, that according to this right option is matching with option 4, Arundhati Roy. And Is There Any Indian Way of Thinking, that is by A.K. Ramanujan. So option B is the right answer here. For question 25 also I'll wait for the right answer key, but most probably according to me option B is the right answer. The 18th century editors found Shakespeare's text corrupt, particularly by neoclassical standards. Next question, Vain Man. This is taken from 75 sonnet by Spenser from Emirati. Vain man, said she, that does in vain essay a moral thing is to immortalize. Vain word has been written for showing the mortality of the love, the futility of mortal love. Option A here is the right answer. Question 27, the right answer is option D. The critical study of literary representation of relationship between the human and non-human world has been termed eco-criticism. Question 28. In the preface to which of the fictional work did Henry Fielding define the novel genre as a comic epic in prose? The document summarizes Henry Fielding's novel Joseph Andrews and argues it can be considered a comic epic poem in prose. Option C here will be the right answer. Option C. 29. Who defended modernism against the attack of postmodernists by describing it as unfinished project? Option D here will be the right answer. Habermas, modernism is an unfinished project and we are living in a modern world. और इस statement को oppose किया था Lyotard ने. तो option D हमारा right answer रहेगा for question number 29. Next question, question number 30. Which of the following literary periods is now referred to as early modernism? Georgian was actually early modernism. It ran in British history from 1910 until the death of King George V in 1936. So, Georgian period. Question 31. Identify the figure of speech in the following lines. Hear thou great Aeneas, whom the realms obey, does sometimes counsel take and sometimes tea. The counsel word, counsel is a verb which is used in two ways, one for take and one for tea. So this is a zeugma. Option D here is the right answer. Question 32. The form of Vladimir's dog name in Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot is. For this question, I'll wait for the answer key. Most probably the answer should be option D. Question 33. Attempt to justify the following assertion by choosing the correct reason from the options given below. There was a marked tendency to write dictionaries and book on grammar in 18th century England. Standardization should be the best reason here. Option C. There was a contemporary concern with rationalizing and standardizing the English language because this was the period when the standardization was taking place. Next question, which of the following novels uses a modified first-person narrator? Modified narrator has been used in Heart of Darkness in the form of a frame story. Question 35. Who among the following writers is not a war poet? And the correct answer is G.M. Hopkins. Rest of them are actually the war poets. Question 36. Which among the theoretical schools shifted the focus of literary study from an emphasis on the author to that of the reader? And the answer will be reception theory. Reader reception theory is the one which focuses more on reader. Next question, we have to match certain poetries with their writers. Let us see the first one. Thyrsis is a poem written by Matthew Arnold in 1865 to commemorate his friend, the poet, author Hugh Clow, who died very early at the age of 42. And Ode to Duty is by William Wordsworth. And this is an ode, and this one is actually elegy. So this way we will match. Option A, let us check. 1 is matching with 2 and 2 is matching with 1. Pied Beauty is matching being a curtal sonnet, and fourth one is matching with ballad, and this is written by Keats. Right, to option A is the right answer. Question 38. In which play Christopher Marlowe is the issue of sexual choice linked to questions of authority and power? Option C here is the right answer. Edward II. Sexuality and power in Christopher Marlowe's Edward II is the major theme. Next question, question 39. The concept of performativity is associated with option C, gender theory. Performativity is the power of language to effect change in the world. Language does not simply describe the world but may instead function as a form of social action. Performativity, as per the Butler, who was a feminist, Butler's view explains how gender identity constructs subjects and then connects them. Question 40. In these lines from the prologue play Romeo and Juliet, there is a phrase, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. These kind of phrases were generally used to show the duration of the play. Option B here will be the right answer. The chorus is now telling the audience that the whole story just laid out will be performed on the stage within 2 hours. Means that for the next 2 hours, the performers will come, performers will go on stage to enact the story. Next question, name the novel which deals with artistic lost treatise on comedy. The correct answer should be The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. Option B. The female Gothic suggests what? In the groundbreaking literary women work 1976, Eileen Morse introduced this term female Gothic to describe how 18th and 19th century women novelists did employ certain coded expressions to describe anxieties over domestic entrapment and female sexuality. Gothic writing by authors such as Anne Radcliffe, Mary Shelley, and all the Bronte sisters played a central part in the moment. So a theme of Anne Radcliffe's novel, that can be the right answer. 43. Who considered Third World literature to be national allegories? Frederick Jameson will be the right answer here. Frederick Jameson has written Third World Literature and National Allegory, a Defense. Next question. We have done almost all the events of this question many a times in our classes. English made language of the court of King Henry. That happened in 1417. Queen Victoria was declared the Empress of India. That happened in 1877. Closing of theatres in England 1642 and voting rights for women above age of 21 years 1928. ये काम बहुत बाद में हुआ, बहुत जल्दी हो जाना चाहिए था. Option A here is the right answer. For question 45, the religious movement in 16th century Europe meant to dissociate itself from Roman Catholic Church and revise the main tenets of Christianity was called Counter-Reformation. Counter-Reformation or Catholic Reformation in Roman Catholicism, efforts in 16th and 17th century to oppose the Protestant Reformation and the reform in Catholic churches. For reading passage, I'll love to know your viewpoints first and then I'll discuss with you in the comments. You can please go through this whole passage and answer the related upcoming questions. एक बार pause करिए इस वीडियो को और देखिए पूरे passage को. After that, start answering all these questions and do tell me what do you think is the right answer for the passages, because passages में viewpoints बहुत conflict होते हैं. I'll wait for the answer key first and then I'll be able to give you the right answers, but I want to know the answers from you as well. Question 50. The Female Spectator, one of the earliest periodicals intended for women and published between 1744 and 1746, was steered by the novelist. The correct answer is Eliza Haywood. The Female Spectator is generally considered to be the first periodical in English written by women. Option C here is the right answer. Thanks for watching. Best of luck for your results and please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel.